Welcome to an evening with Kim and Keith.
It's almost 2 p.m.
Okay, whatever. Welcome to an evening with Kim and Keith, where this is our second episode of our Reflecting series, where we dive into contemporary media such as movies, shows, and songs, and reflect on what are the values and what are the messages that these things be talking about. And today, we are reflecting on none other than An Evening with Silk Sonic album, the whole album that was just released on November 12, 2021.
Word,
and
yo.
Man, that was a fresh album.
Bro,
Damn.
Man, so sick. I was always a fan of Bruno Mars and Anderson Paak, so when I saw that they got together as a duo, yo,
I didn't even learn about Anderson Paak till this one.
yo, Anderson Paak is a vibe too, right? But yo, whenever I listen to a song and it sounds nice, I just listen to it, but I don't pay attention to the lyrics. But as we enter into this project, I wanted to listen to the lyrics, not just of one song, but the full album. Yo, and I've never done that before, other than like Kendrick Lamar, you know? And yo, Kim, I find that they were telling a story.
A story with the songs, eh? Okay.
Story.
Tell us.
This is how the story goes.
All right.
First song, the intro, of course.
Duh.
Intro to the story. And the next song is Leave the Door Open.
I'ma leave the door open.
Yo, this guy's heart is open for love, right? And the next song is Fly as Me. He deserves someone who is as fly as him, you know? Walking down the street, looking at him like, yo, that girl is pretty. And it's about physical attraction. So he meets her, they get to talking, and they have sex. Right away? Yo, the next song is After Last Night.
After last night, I think I'm in love with you.
Yo, that's the morning after, right?
Yep.
And he's caught up in the emotions and he's like, I'm in love with this girl. Or so he thinks. What happens? The next song is Smokin' Out the Window.
Insane.
Yo,
Like,
quick switch up, man.
this is like my favorite song in the whole album, even though like it's the suckiest song. Like it's all about adultery. He realizes the person that he loves, quote unquote, is not the person that he thought she was going to be. Yeah.
Yeah, yo, like he's stressed out, right? Her kids are running around like it's Chuck E. Cheese. He spent all his money, he's living with them, right? But then what's the next song after that? It's Put on a Smile, right? So he goes from anger to sadness because, like, I'm thinking he broke up with a girl.
After he learned that she was sleeping around with all these other guys, right?
Yeah, man, because you don't really like get to know someone. They went for sex right away, but then he finds out more about her after he like confirms that he's in love with her. But then you find out more about the person later on, and you're like, yo, this is not the person I want to be with. So they break up, and he's angry, and he becomes sad. Because we all want to be loved, right? And he thought that was the girl. But then now that she's gone, there's this hole in his heart. And he's like, what do I do? And he's sad. He has to fake a smile. And yo, the last 3 songs of the album is pretty typical of our culture, right? Like if you're angry, sad, how do you cope with that? Like the song is titled 777. It's about gambling, partying. You try to have fun to forget about your problems.
Yeah.
And then the next one is Skate, which is like, yo, I'm done with this girl, on to the next one, right? And the last song of the album is Blast Off. So using drugs to try to replace that high that you felt when you were in love, right? Yeah.
Those last 3 songs are dangerous. Like not dangerous as in like, hide your, don't listen to it. But it's one of those songs where they're so bumping, they're so funky, where like you can just play in the background, having a good time, without even realizing that they're trying to say that these things will give you that pleasure that you seek for, will give you that satisfaction that your heart longs for, even though like any song, it ends, it's temporary. And you know what? One of the things that I noticed from that story is a lot of the problems that I see in relationships nowadays, even like in my own past relationships that failed, is that we give intimacy way too early on in the game, emotional intimacy, physical intimacy towards the other person, without first establishing the foundations of a relationship needed: commitment, trust, and responsibility. So we gotta flip it around. Our culture needs to flip the narrative. Don't give intimacy first. You're way too precious for that. First, understand, do I trust this person? Can I commit to them? Are they committed to me? You feel me?
I feel you, yo. That was nice. See, it's good to reflect on these things, right? Instead of just letting it subconsciously affect us.
Yeah.
So this was our reflection on an evening with Silk Sonic. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and like the video if you're into it. And please comment if you have any ideas of other albums, songs, movies, or shows that you want us to reflect on. If you also want to reflect, share your own reflection on this album, please comment it below.
Well, this was an evening with Kim and Keith, and we're out.
Peace.